It is in Yeah, there is office. The Thailand sure to lose on right.
This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams, and these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Mountaineers head coach told me pregame he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters, but he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys?
Holly really looking forward to this matchup. The Sooners kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. He'll bring it out. It's Upshaw. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Appalachian State's offense will have the ball first. And here comes Austin Mack, a quarterback that was highly sought after, and I think we're going to see the reason why in this one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The transfer has it his first carry. Driven back.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Mack. Got it in the middle, it's James. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Mack from the gun on third down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
It's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
offense in an empty set. First play of this drive. Fires to the big fella. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Max got it on the screen. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Good right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year, the juices are flowing, you march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They're all over it. Right side, it's Johnson. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Let's talk about App State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't.
It's a seam wide open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's James. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, you gotta love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake, easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll move the wide receiver. RPO complete. Touchdown, Appalachian State. A great catch and run for 6.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he's going to try to return this one. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Quick give. It's Blaylock. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
And the Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got him quickly. Breaks a tackle and he got some room into the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! Rolled into the end zone and this crowd was eating it up.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Now here's Mack. Fires left. Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. Receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient and he's consistent and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking for space, it's Richard. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. At the end of quarter 1, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Throwing Mack. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not a lot of room to field this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Austin Mack rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. To the air, it's Mack. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And that's a teach tape on third down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's third down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Throws it off the RPO. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Wants to throw on third down. Out wide
Look
left.
at
It's
weird,
way
look at
up.
the charge here.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Second down to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the catch on the right side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Oh!
Touchdown, Mountaineers! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Bomb. These niggas.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touch. Last time it was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. This time they'll throw it. Here comes the heat. He'll heave it deep. He's got it. And they get him down
That
at the
dude's
43,
disrespecting.
but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run him again. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Let's see.
Just had to get rid.
Maybe that nigga started in the pocket.
Good job to avoid the loss.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go play action with Mack. Under heat, and he gets
See, that's
He just
BS.
throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Mack finds his man. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. On target over the middle. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him.
Grabs it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw. They're all over him. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get... on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Utah in their matchup against the #2 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Got his man. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the mark. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He'll take the deep shot.
No way! That's a cheat.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And I don't think people realize how fast windows close in sports, man. Like, it happens so fast. It looked like the QB thought he had some space, was going to go get the first down, but you got to love the speed of the defense, corralling him quickly and stopping.
Has it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! They take the lead with the 6. Quarterback stays clean in the pocket on that touchdown pass. A little thank you is in order to the offensive line.
Maybe find him an NIL deal, right? Feed those guys. Go get them to a buffet. Take care of those big uglies up front because when you have that kind of pocket, you should take advantage of it. You should be able to make big plays, and he does.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Running it to the right.
Wow.
And they get to it behind the line.
They're cheating.
Of 2.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He was about to run off.
Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Now here's Mack. Rush right in his face. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Has to have it on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Left side, it's James. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Hits inside, it's Richard. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. The Mountaineers have their offense in high gear. Right side, it's James. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for a crease, it's Lewis. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throwing, Mack. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. Now, the offense is in an interesting situation.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good. Still down by 6. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw one first. Finds his big tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Got it. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Follows his blocks. It's Lewis. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Austin Mack reels it in. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, it's Lewis. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or hide. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Sees a crease. Could be an alley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. To the air, it's Mack. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. On the move at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turn wide receiver.
Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Motion from the wideout. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires downfield. And they can't make the connection.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. That's a penalty, that's a penalty, that's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Running inside, it's Richard.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Looking for space, it's Richard. He's past the sticks. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. So they'll use a timeout here, one more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Powers through the defender. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I feel like there were 39 times on the day.